What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? I got another one today. It's been a busy day, but I got another one for you. I was having a conversation while I was in the store, and it stemmed from parents and their children when they're out in public, and putting it down to kids the way they act with their mom versus kids the way they act with their dads. And just to clear the record, every race of people have deserters. There's dads in every culture that exists that leave their family. There's moms in every culture in the world that leave their family for whatever reason that they leave. Nobody's exempt from this behavior. It just happens. You got to learn how to move forward with it and keep pushing forward. And so I'm in the store, and there's a woman with her, look like her son, because he kind of looked like her, and a daughter that was younger. She had a pacifier in her mouth, and she was sitting in the shopping cart. The boy was acting a plum fool. Get over here. That's what she kept saying. Come on, stop. This and that, blah 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 blah, and all those things. And she's at the register, and the more she's trying to control the boy, the more the cashier's like, "Excuse me, ma'am, your total is such and such. Come on." And she's trying to chase the boy, and we're just standing there, and she looks back at us, and she's like, I'm like, it's cool, just take your time. And we're laughing, oh, he's so cute, stuff like that, and blah blah blah. I'm looking at it like, I would have pinched that boy and set him down inside that cart. I would have pinched him right in his chest. I would have grabbed his nipple, and I would have squeezed, and I would twist it, and I would be like, stop it. Real quick, took my money out, paid for my stuff, got into the car, gave him another little pinch, and then set him down in the car, and that like that. So he stopped doing stuff like that. Kids get away with things that their parents allow them to get away with. And so when the lady left the store, it was another lady in front of me, and then it was me, and there was another guy behind me. And she's like, oh my gosh, she can't control her kids. And I said, and I didn't want to say anything, because I don't want to create ripples. Nobody really know what's going on. That kid could be autistic. That boy could be mentally damaged. He could be the type of kid at home where the parents let him run around with his drawers outside his pants. You don't know. You don't know what's going on. But it is up to the parent to try to do their best to control the situation the best way they know how. And each is different. My mom and dad, when they would take us to the store, rarely did they take us because they knew how we would act. When they took us into the store, if we started to do whatever this little boy was doing, my mom would give me a look. And that look means, when we get in the car, your ass is grass. My dad, he was different. What he do is, he place his hand on your shoulder, and he pull you close to him. And as you stand there, he hold it firmly. He don't squeeze too hard. He just hold you. And when you try to move, he squeeze you harder. Excuse me. And once he got control of it and you stop trying to move, he loosened up. And he just hold you there. And then when it was time to go, he tell you, grab a bag, go to the door. And you walk to the door. Say, excuse me, is what he will say. Not everybody's had this type of experience, but we're going to talk about this woman here. And so the topic I want to leave is what to do when your kids are running amok in the store. Like I said before, excuse me, I've had this happen to me before with my daughter. We in a grocery store, and she and I have my youngest, well, my son at the time, who was like 1. He was sitting, and me and my wife were together. We was out grocery shopping, and I don't never do that anymore. I don't grocery shop with my wife. I don't shop with my wife. And that's another topic for something else. I don't like shopping with my wife. And I don't like really shopping with my kids. If I do shop, I take them one at a time. And so we're in the store, and my daughter, we get to the register, and she's acting a fool, and I'm already up to my neck, and I'm like, and my wife is looking at me, and she puts her hand on my shoulder. She like, calm down, that's the calm down, movement right there. And I'm like, she don't know I'm about to tag her little tail. And so she said she wants this. So I get her the candy. I get the candy and I let her hold it. And I said, all right, time to pay for it. She's 3, by the way, and she understands that it's time to pay for it. And so I ring it up and I give it back to her. She takes it and she throws it like she's Tom Brady. She throws it. Whoa. Throw it all across. I'm like, and she starts, whining. And like she wanted to open it up right now. So I gave my wife my card. My wife knows the number to my debit card. I grabbed the candy and and she's crying because she wants it. And she's kicking in the thing. And she's kicking in the cart. She's making a lot of noise. I grab her arm and I pinch it. Boom. Everybody can see me do it. I pinch it and I said, stop it. And she stops. Don't know what she's doing, but she starts crying. And I let her cry. But everybody saw me pinch her. I let them know that I pinched her because they saw the way she was acting. So I gave her a nice little pinch and I said, stop it. And she stopped. She stopped. And so my wife, she shook her head. She's like, Lord. And so we paid for it. And the lady at the register, she said, you guys have a great day. I said, you do the same. And we gets out. And she stops crying. She says, can she hire a candy? I said, no. And so she gets quiet. She starts pouting and stuff like that. Start whining. I said, be quiet. Put your hand over your mouth and be quiet. She put her hands over her mouth and she get quiet. We get into the car. I let her have the candy. And I said, here, you get 1 piece. Boom, just like that. You don't get no more for acting like that. And so that was just my experience with my kids. And I see other people's kids act way worse than that. I'm talking about loud, screaming, falling on the ground and stuff like that. See, this problem isn't in the store. This problem is at home. This problem is at home. Now, I'm not saying you need to whip your kids to the point of mental slavery, where hundreds of years later, it messes up an entire culture of people. I'm saying you need to gain, your kids need to understand that when you go out in public, there's a certain way you're gonna act. And if I give you a look, they need to know, oh, I need to calm down before I get messed up. So when I'm standing there and this lady like, oh my gosh, she need to gain control of the kids. She started looking at us for validation. Little woman in front of me, she's like, excuse me. She's like, yeah, he's acting a little spoiled. And I shake my head. And the girl behind the camera, she's like, oh, you don't think so? I said, we're just on the outside window looking in. We don't know what's really going on. So we don't know what's going on at their house. I said that woman might be dealing with something we don't know. She might not have a man at home and she's trying to raise that boy the best way she can. The boy may be intellectually disabled. He may have autism. He may have a strain of brain cancer that we don't understand. I said, and it could be that he lacks discipline. So I said she tried to do the best that she could. She by herself. And I said, and the way our society is, if you discipline your child and people can see, they automatically call the people to come out on you. They matter calling CPS or the CPC or the CSB. They call on whoever they need to call in order to get that kid out your custody, because they, when I say they, I mean society in America, they believe that the kid should have free range to do whatever they want to do without suppression. No, man. See, that's creating us. That's okay. I have a philosophy about what you create, and I didn't steal it. I saw it, and it resonated with me. Hard times create good men. Good men create good times. Good times create weak men. Weak men create hard times. And the cycle continues. So we got to determine which cycle is this family in. Is these good times creating weak men? I believe so. Will this weak man one day grow up and create hard times for somebody else? I believe so. Will those hard times create a good man or a good woman in the process of a weak man creating hard times? I believe so. And will that good person or that good man or good woman create good times for someone else? I believe so. But then again, the cycle continues because good times create weak men and weak women. Weak men and weak women create hard times. And so you gotta decide which variation you are and which stage you are in. If you had a rough childhood growing up, odds are you are a good person. And you're trying to get your kids not to see the struggles, so you're trying to create good times. But be warned, in your good time creation, you are creating weak men and weak women. I promise you that. You have to have a balance. You have to have a balance. And if you don't have a balance, then you're bound to repeat some things and they're not going to line up the way they're supposed to. Let me know what you think in the comment sections below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed the video. Give it a thumbs down. But if you give it a thumbs down, make sure you leave a comment so I can get back with you. We can go back and forth. We can do whatever we need to do to make the content more enjoyable. And you guys have a great day.